I rescued a little cat from my backyard, and I'm sad because she's now gone. Hey, I'm Stacy. You may know me, you may not know me. I don't know. I always say that because there might be new faces, new people that are watching my videos. So hi. I'm here to tell you the story about a sweet little moment that happened in my life that was also very sad. I did not name her. I'll start off with that. And I didn't name her because I am somebody who gets attached so easily. And I have no shame in admitting that. When it comes to something so vulnerable, so small and defenseless, and you're aiding it when its mom abandoned it, of course, I'm gonna have such a soft spot. My heart is just gonna wrap around itself around that cute little sweet baby animal, and I'm gonna get attached to it. So that's what happened here. Thursday, my mom came up to me and was like, I was about to stick my hand in the dirt fertilizer. I jumped back, I got scared, there was a cat in there. I went downstairs, I went to go see what she was talking about. And sure enough, there was a stray cat. Doesn't belong to anyone. We usually see the cats just roaming around. Beautiful green yellow eyes, so pretty, as you can see, striped. I took one look at her, I said, okay, the instinct in me was kind of like, there's a couple things that could be happening. One, she's gonna give birth, and she's nesting, finding a place to deliver her babies. Two, she's hurt. Or three, she's just taking a nap. I leaned more towards having babies because when I looked at her, she was breathing a little heavy. I was like, maybe she's going into labor. Maybe she's having contractions. She's feeling pain. This little Tiki. Say hi, everyone. We're in the process of giving her a little haircut. So if she looks like a little goat, that's because I was in the process of grooming her hair. My mom was helping me, but then it started raining. So, hey, why are you copying me? We kept our distance, we let her be, we just wanted to make sure everything was fine, that she wasn't injured. We have a cat that adopted us. This is Maple, and she comes in and out of our house and basically adopted us. We did not adopt her, she adopted us. Exactly how I said it, that's exactly how it happened. She adopted us. She's right here, literally right in front of me, she just burped. That was a good burp, solid burp, high five. Okay, or you could just look at me. Cats are so different. I've always been a dog person. I had one cat in my life and I was just watching it from my sister's friend while she went off to college. I got super attached to it, and yes, I was like 7, 8 years old and I was bawling my eyes out when I had to give it back. That's a story for another time. So other than that, I didn't really know other than the basics of cats. The reason why I mentioned Maple is because she is very territorial. So if she sees any cats at all crossing our backyard on the brick wall, she goes after them, she chases them, she does what cats do, hisses, screams, whatever the cat lingo is, she'll do that, she'll chase them off. She doesn't want them anywhere around here. With that being said, Maple hadn't been outside other than early in the morning to use the restroom, came back inside and was sleeping. So that cat had to have been there at some time after Maple went to the restroom and came back inside, because if not, that cat wouldn't have found that spot and Maple would have surely chased her out. Anyways, long story short, time passes. We go back outside just to make sure she's okay, check on her from a distance. I hear a baby. I was like, is that a baby meow? Is it a tiny baby? She had her babies. Oh, that's Maple yelling. I think she's kind of getting tired of the story. Maple, you weren't fond of the baby. She literally hissed at it. I couldn't tell how many babies were there. I saw the bag moving. The neighbor had said she's a fairly small cat, so she could possibly only have 1 to 3. Maybe not too many, but who knows? Also, I learned, you may know this, but I did not know this. Cats can be impregnated by different cats and have different cats at once for different baby daddies. I didn't know that. That's why some cats come out crazy long fur and the other ones very short fur and look completely different and have different colors. From what I was told. I learned that yesterday and I was just like, crazy. Long story short, made shorter, the mom abandoned the baby. I went online, started researching, figuring out, is the mom coming back? What's gonna happen? The day was getting colder and colder and colder, and by the end of the night, it was going to be too freezing for that tiny little baby to be in there. My mom checked over the neighbors, the cat had gone over there. She hadn't finished giving birth and was just sitting there. We waited a couple hours and I told my mom, listen, we have to go and get the formula. In case that baby is abandoned, we're gonna have to be ready and prepared. Bottle, the kitten milk replacement. I was already prepping to be a little mama, a human mama to a newborn kitten. The proper term is a neonatal kitten. I learned that too. We go and do that, we get what we needed to get. We come back, check, the baby's still there. I made the decision after a while to just grab the baby because the baby was already getting cold. It was already getting chilled. And another thing, if you did or did not know, when a kitten starts getting chilled, it is not a good thing. And that's what was happening. So I grabbed it. I started warming it up slowly because kittens cannot regulate their body temperatures so tiny. That's why they rely on their mom for everything, literally everything. Because at that point, their eyes are closed, their ears are folded in. So I had to take on that whole entire role and be a simulating mama. And just researching and learning more, figuring out what I had to do what steps I had to take, and yeah, I became a kitten mama. It was quite the experience, and it truly was so rewarding to be able to feed the baby and just see her little tummy be so happy, and it warmed my heart, but I knew that I could not keep her. At that moment, it was just helping the kitten survive the night and trying to figure out who could take it on. If anybody knew of anybody that does rescues, feline rescues, or newborn kitten rescues. I really didn't want to take it to the shelter. My thing was hoping to find somebody who dedicated themselves to rescuing kittens, that knew what they were doing. As I was taking care of the baby, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna focus and I'm gonna figure it out. My mom called up some friends, and she had mentioned that there was a lady who was interested that had taken care of kittens like that before. So I was like, okay, cool. So we didn't hear anything. Obviously, the first night I was waking up like every 2 to 3 hours. I literally got in so many cat naps. Quite fitting, I know. Needless to say, I was exhausted, but I was so thankful that I was given the ability, the strength, and knowledge, whatever was required of me to be able to take care of this sweet little innocent baby that was abandoned by her mama. That night, I heard kittens crying over there. She had at least another baby. I only heard one little mule, the meow. My neighbors are out of town. If not, I would have gone over there and been like, hey, can you check and see if the cat had babies, if they're okay, if they need rescuing? For all I know, it could have been 2 that sounded exactly the same. I don't know, but I only heard one tiny little sound at once. I did try to peek over, couldn't see anything, it was dark. We had a flashlight, but it didn't have the strength to see, so we kind of just prayed that the babies were okay, that the mom was safe. So the caring, the nurturing continued into the next day, and I just kept telling myself, I need to find a place for this baby before I get attached. Okay, so this video cut out, the heater turned on, and it's crazy because I'm still like, what the heck, like this universe works in crazy ways. But as I was filming this, I was like so excited that she's in a better home. I go to check and I'm like, oh shoot, my phone stopped recording, and I was like, somebody must have called me. I looked and it was a call from April, and she told me that the cat didn't make it, and she had named her Snowball. She said that, oh, the kitten must have been, I don't know, I just feel so bad. When I handed her over, I had her in a little blanket, obviously. We were outside talking when she brought her inside. She was a little chilled, and I mentioned in the beginning of the story, of this video, that she was chilled when I got her, and I warmed her up. And anyway, she said that around 11 at night, she didn't make it. She tried warming her up and fed her through syringe, and she just didn't make it. So I don't know specifically what happened. She mentioned to me, she's like, you didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted to let you know I debated whether I should tell you this or not. Crazy how this life works, right? And it just makes me so sad. At this point, I think to myself, like, wait, if I would have kept her, would she still have been alive? Or was it something more that she had? I don't know, but I just feel horrible because the last thing I had said in my mind was like, I hope that the kitten doesn't miss me, or that she didn't, like I didn't imprint on her and her not having me. But I also feel like I wouldn't have been able to take it if she would have passed away in my care, and it just makes me so sad. I didn't even get through this whole video without telling the story. It just kind of raises the question, you know, did I feel like I messed this all up, and maybe she would have been alive if I would have kept her with me, you know? I just feel guilty. But I don't know what really happened, but I'm going to end this video here. I just want to say thank you for listening to the story and having to see me like this, and I just feel horrible. But I'll catch you in the next vlog. And remember, if there's one thing that I want to call to mind, I can't even remember how it goes. If there's one thing that I want to call to mind, there are actually 3, no matter the highs and lows. Always be sure, always be certain to do good, be grateful, and stay humble.